back to YouTube and check. Bam. Go back to YouTube and check. See, we always need the stream key. See, we always. Can we turn off the delay so we can answer? So we can answer.
Yeah, that one's kind of you're fucked. There's a 30-second delay on Twitch you can like turn on and off, but
Not YouTube. Just go to your dashboard. Oh wait, I'm logged in. Yeah. I was just thinking because of chat, it'll be annoying too.
oh, Bryce says we're quiet.
Yeah. Maybe turn up the Discord. Yeah, we would have to edit the delay before we started.
Yeah, Bryce
It's
is
your
it
audio.
me, Kian, is it Adam? Like, who's the quiet one?
Do you have Discord up all the way?
Yeah. Adam isn't getting picked up, he says.
Streamlabs and just raise it in there.
Well, that might be not be picking up his audio at all. Hello. Chicken talking, making sounds. Hello, Bryce. Making sounds.
Hello.
I'm going to tap 5 mana and cast
sounds.
Naus, and you're in step.
Force Foil. Yeah, you got to go to Streamlabs, buddy.
I got Kian never lets that shit go.
What?
You're just like, I'm casting a spell, and you're like, fucking Force Will every time.
Force Will.
Tell me, Father. Yeah, we're trying to get this fixed before we're live, but we don't want to ping spam everyone.
Meanwhile, us being live.
Oh, yeah, we're 100. Yeah, never mind. That's why they can fucking see us. Brain
emoji. Go to Streamlabs. You do have a max out? Okay. What about your device? Yeah. All right.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you and Sam just have to be really conscious to like speak directly into the microphone. So
yeah.
I got mine next to my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Kian Ant Colony.
I am the strongest. We would have to end the stream if we wanted to get rid of the delay.
Fuck it. Ping him one more time. Oh, Tyler Craig interacting. What a
Yo,
boy.
what's up? What's up, Tyler? Tyler Craig. What's cracking, brother? Yo, Scorish. We got Scorish in the chat. We got Tim Johnson.
Okay, bro, I got a
What's
fucking
up,
delay.
everybody?
You guys are getting comments before I can even see them.
Well,
No.
this be Senator Tom on Discord. What's up, Senator? You lied to us. Your name is not
Senator
Tom.
Tyler.
It's Tyler. What? SMH. Hey, what's up, Geo Justin? What's up? I'm loud. Okay. I'm not screaming. I'm
Ian
talking.
always fucking screams. The giveaway. Adam, you're getting some feedback that you're unbelievably quiet.
Yeah. There you go. It's working now. There you go.
Scream. You still got nothing.
They still say you can't hear you.
I think what they're hearing is whatever your audio is coming through probably my friggin' my mic.
Is your audio going through Discord instead of Streamlabs?
Yeah, it's probably just not picking it up wherever you're at.
Stream difficulties, everybody. Yeah, it's troubleshooting. How are you guys doing? We're doing pretty well, or at least I am.
You want to have
Tyler, thanks
Q&A
for
further
asking.
while we're waiting?
How are you doing? And we still got chat. We can still chat without Adam. Yo, we get a time to talk. Oh.
Holy shit. Adam has under a silence. Let's fucking go. First off, I think he's the worst player in our group.
Can everybody hear me now?
Only an 8-second wait. Oh, rip all my
I am talking. If people can hear me, please let me know.
they can hear you. Excellent.
Okay,
Bryce did
there
it.
we go. Okay,
Bryce finally helped us.
Bryce coming in.
Bryce coming in hot. I had my Streamlabs audio not set up, so
Okay.
it was set to default.
All right.
Okay, now
Thankfully, that was a good, easy fix.
it was an easy fix.
Yeah.
But only from the left side of my headset. Okay, it's because I'm on stereo audio. Let me change it to mono audio. This is what I get for having an XLR microphone.
Unbelievable.
Mono. Done. Okay, now you guys should be able to hear me from both sides of your headsets, and my audio should be very, very clear. If that is not the case, please let me know right now, and we can fix that before the stream starts officially.
I can tell you that I can hear you through both of mine, so it's just a Streamlabs issue.
Yeah.
So it should be good.
Well, no, I had to change the audio. Still
one side.
Still one side.
Okay, that's amazing.
Well, too bad. No, I'm just...
Too fucking bad.
Too fucking bad.
Here, settings. This sucks. Trying to set this up. Audio should be mono. Device 2. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. If I just set that up as they're all the same audio device through both sides of my headset. Is this helping or is this making it worse? I can hear you. It's better than nothing. All right.
Just one-sided audio.
Well, hopefully this fixes the problem. It should be better than nothing.
All right.
All right. So let's, like you're in an echo room. Oh, it's because I added a bunch of audio. I'm fucking with it too much.
Do you have your YouTube muted?
Yeah, I have everything. No, I added 3 different audio sources and just started talking through all of them.
Fucking sick, brother.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just have to deal with this for now, and hopefully the next time that we stream, we fix some of these problems. So for what we're doing today, we are doing a giveaway. We are going to give away Double Masters packs, Draft Booster packs to all of our Discord members. Randomly selected. We're going to do 1 draft pack for every 25 Discord members. So that means that right now, as the Discord currently sits, we're giving away 6 packs randomly between 150 people as a roundabout number. So this is this wheel currently has every single member of our Discord in it, and we will be using that to determine who wins the 6 packs. We'll pick 1 person for each pack. No one's going to win all 6. Then here, the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to give away a collector pack, because collector packs are expensive and they're like over $100 right now. So we're going to give 1 collector pack to one of our patrons, and based on the level of patron tier that you got more names into this wheel than normal. So as you can see, like Geos Justin, he's our top tier patron right now, so he's got 5 names on this wheel. And then if you are a $1 patron like Reaver or Trigger Response, you guys have 1 name on the wheel, but it still gives you a chance, even for $1, to possibly get a collector pack, which, you know, if you get a collector pack for $1, that is a pretty good deal. For what we want to do with this stream is we want to give everyone that's a entrenched viewer or someone who's, you know, here to support us and watch the stream an opportunity to do a Q&A with us in between every spin that we do, to burn up some time and have a good time with all of you as the audience. So if you have some questions that you've ever wanted to ask us or have any of us answer, we have Bryce in the chat. We have Kevin on my, here, if I point this way, is this the correct direction? We have Kevin on my right. We have Sam next to me on my right. And we have Juno, my dog, next to Sam, and Kian, my co-host, on the bottom there. So any questions that you ever wanted to answer, you can ask us now while we go through this, and we'd love to answer those. But before we start anything, I need to add to our giveaway wheel all the new members of the Discord that we got today, because, man, we got a lot. And they joined the Discord just in time for the stream, so that means they are eligible for it. So if we go all the way back up to today...
You should post that we're live on Twitter.
Yeah, okay, let me post that we're live on Twitter too. If you're watching right now, please start bombarding us with questions, and we can start answering them.
Yeah, please, we need content.
Here, let me make this Twitter post. Everyone, we are live with...
Best non-Winota Boros decks. By Scorish. Well... What's the artifact dwarf dude?
You're the artifact door. If you're talking about
the one that brings it back for free from your graveyard.
Cole the Forge
Oh,
Master.
yeah, that dude.
Cole the Forge Master is really good. I really
Kevin, we
like.
can't hear.
Kevin, you're muted in Discord, so your audio is not able to be picked up somehow for some reason. I like Cole the Forge Master.
I think Cole too.
What else? What is the deck that Sid? So we have a friend, AJ's girlfriend, actually, Sid. She plays Arden Kedis deck. I think that deck is viable in CDH. I think that people just don't explore it very much. I think as a Boris beatdown deck, it's really, really good, especially when you use Arden and like things like the hammer, the +10/+10 hammer, and getting Kedis on board and
hammer.
and swinging out. It's just, I think it's a really fast way to take down your opponent's life total in a way that makes like Boros Combat actually viable outside of Winota, because Winota kind of cheats on Boros Combat. Kevin is pointing that he likes KMCs, but we still can't hear him. So
he's not talking.
Oh,
Joe Justin asked.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Favorite sleeves were.
I mean, so yeah.
Dragon Shield art mats are the best sleeve. Say something, Kevin. Say some dumb shit. I dare you.
You guys is your art mats. The only thing is they're fine. They shuffle well. I like them, right? But they get all stinky and dirty, and you gotta like scratch off the shit. If you buy KMC Hypermat Premiums, Hypermat Regulars kind of trash. Hypermat Premiums with the either the hard sleeve inners or like the regular perfect fits. I literally have sleeves from fucking 2015 that I still use. They're wrinkly and kind of wiggly, but they're fine. They don't fucking break. They stay clean. They make your foils look like shit, but like they work.
So
there's a guy who only
puts a fucking foil cradle in them.
For me, so for anyone that doesn't know, for like my actual job, I'm a construction worker. So whenever I like come to the meet up with the boys to play CDH or go to the LGS for game nights, I'm usually fucking dirty as shit. And so my hands are always dirty, and I don't really have like I wash them, and no matter how much I wash them, I still get dirt all over my sleeves. So for me, finding like a good set of sleeves that don't collect dirt is like a priority for me. And unfortunately, like Dragon Shields have been kind of lackluster for me. I was sleeving with katanas for a very, very long time, and I like end up damaging cards because it's very hard to put inner sleeved cards inside of katanas. So that's really been hard. So right now I'm on the Dragon Shield dual mats, where the inside of the sleeves are black and the outside are a solid color. And to be honest, I really, really like the look of those sleeves. But when it comes to inner sleeving, most of us, I think almost all of us, we use the Dragon Shield shadow back inners, the sealed sleeves. Yeah, the diaper sleeves, because those things are like some of the best sleeves to protect your cards. Kevin, I think, is the only one that uses KMCs, but he's had them for a long time.
I like them. They feel good. They're fucking expensive, but I like them.
So, Scorish wants to know how we organize our Magic collection.
Oh, you guys
organize
hold the fuck up, Hulk.
Because I know I don't. I just got them in random piles. Like I lost a foil luxury suite somewhere, and I can't find it in any of my piles. So
here, I will. I'm gonna send out this tweet that we're live, but then I can show you guys how I organize my cards, because it's not the best method.
Fuck antis. I hate that shit. God, that and fuck, what is that stuff that you use? I can't remember what it's called. It's like this like white plasticky shit that you use for sealing waterproof things on lots of industrial applications. I get that on my clothes, and it's just like my clothes are ruined for the rest of my life.
What's that? With what?
I don't remember what it's called. He's bitching about anti-Cs, and we use the same stuff when I worked at Oshkosh, and like they've just I can't remember what it's called. It's RTV. Oh my god, RTV sucks ass. That and anti-Cs just ruins your clothes, your hands, everything.
I don't think I've ever used anti-Cs for a long time. I like what Maria said. Maria goes, "Wait, people organize their cards?" No, I don't.
No, I don't think any of us do.
I hear.
I used to, but the problem was basically anytime I had a collection, I was just throwing it out the window to buy more cards for CDH decks or just modern or whatever. So like my collection would get kind of big, and I would say fuck this, and I would throw it all at Card Kingdom, and it would be down to like 30 cards, which I just leave in a pile. I'm a Pokemon card, so it's a different story.
I organize the ones that, or I put stuff in Moxfield that I have for like decks. Like all my popper stuff is in there, and all like the CDH stuff. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, might as well.
So for my collection, I have reduced my entire collection through majority of trades that I've done for big cards. So I only now keep cards that are CDH playable. So it's either CDH playable or it's chaff at this point for me. I don't even have like good casual cards anymore. So I have one binder that I take with me to every LGS, and it's organized by color and spell type. So like instants and sorceries and things like that. And it's all CEDH playable things that I can use for trade. Otherwise, that's it for my collection. I just have my decks that are in their deck boxes. I primarily try to play with I don't own a lot of decks that are proxied, so most of my decks are real, and I try to keep them primarily in Satin Towers. I really like Ultra Pro Satin Towers, especially because I like blinged out cards, so a lot of my like really expensive cards are in my deck. And then I keep this handy binder. It's like an Ultra Pro, it's called like a Satin Series binder, and this is what I use to house all of my reserved list cards. So that's about it for how I organize my collection. Other than that, I don't have like a big box of bulk cards organized by color, organized by set. I really don't do any of that. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I do.
Sam does.
So we're not about organization, but in terms of card storage, there's an Amazon Basics little backpack you can get. It's got these cool Neato box holes in them. I put Ultra Pro Satin Towers, and I basically keep every single one of my decks just
If you
in
ever
this
want to
backpack.
talk, just grab the mic and pull it to your face.
I got something to say.
I have my backpack somewhere. It's just a backpack with cards in it.
I just imagine you like
Amazon
pulling out a
Basics thing.
sack and just stacks of cards out of this backpack.
Fully sleeved.
All right, so
All my reserve list cards are at the bottom. You know.
Where they belong. Supporting the rest of your cards.
Yeah.
okay.
Do we want to do a raffle? Like,
So
do a roll.
I have to. I still have to add everyone that was joined the Discord today. So like right now, I'm starting with Top Dog. I got Flashback 99. So like I'm going down the list to add everybody that was added today. So people like Looter and other individuals all have a chance to win a pack today as well. So we got
Wait, is
Flashback.
Looter
We got
Scooter also Looter Scooter on Reddit? Because I've seen that person for years.
You'd have to ask her. Maria is one of the coolest people in the CDH community. She is a judge that's all over. She judges a ton of events and a ton of things like that. She's one of the first people that will respond to you if you're in a like judge chat channel and you need to ask a question. So she's absolutely awesome. And if that's her account on Reddit as well, then yeah, maybe you've heard of her before. Looter, in case you don't know, Kevin is Tashu on our channel, and he just got his level 1 judge certification not that long ago. So he is trying to get more entrenched into the community as a judge, specifically on the CDH side of things. So maybe you guys can connect at some point and maybe talk him into doing some bigger events, because I'm sure he'd love to do that. Wouldn't you, Kevin?
Work. I mean, yeah.
Hey Kevin, what are the rules of regenerate?
Bro, I gotta remember. So it's like I learned it at one point, but then they fucking changed the rules, and so it messes with me. I think they basically count as a shield now. I'm pretty sure if like you had a spell that both did damage and destroyed it, regenerate would be good. But effectively, it like removes it from combat and like gets rid of the shield and taps the creature. It does all this fucking weird stuff.
Does it last until end of turn?
I don't remember if it's end of turn or the beginning of the end turn step. I don't fucking remember, man.
Kevin's like, dude, I just use the Gatherer, and that's it.
Listen, bud, I've memorized LED. That's all we gotta do.
What was it? No, you also memorized Miracle, and what was the phasing, right?
Oh, dude, that one fucked with me. I went double down. I judge towered that shit, and I was wrong.
I still like when you got AJ when he drew was that Thunderous Wrath or whatever.
Oh, dude, he got
It's
me
like
on
you
so
have to
hard.
respond to the miracle trigger by casting it from your hand.
Because Miracle is a triggered ability on a card that doesn't actually, you can't just cast it.
Okay, so we got like so many more new people into the Discord today than I initially expected, and I'm still writing names. Holy shit.
Gorsh says, if you had to own only one true dual land, which one would you pick?
Volcanic
Alpha
Island.
Bayou.
Alpha Bayou?
No
Okay.
fucking question in my mind.
Well, I mean, okay, sure, alpha cards, I guess. I think he's more so asking what are the colors that you would pick.
Oh yeah.
Well, Bayou, I selected both the 1 and the 1, right? Like, Bayou, no question. But if I have to own a Bayou and I can only own one, it's going to be Alpha Bayou.
I would probably do Volcanic Island, and you'd probably see me rocking Is It Pirates as my CDH
I'm
deck.
playing it raw, unsleeved.
I'd
about
probably do Badlands.
Of course. I mean, that's
Then I could play Rakdos. Plus,
Is
I'm
that-
bad, so I got my land.
like Cractos.
Rakdos. Underground Sea, yeah, Underground Sea is always a classic.
All right, here's our last name, Richard Tavadon. Richard, if you're in the chat, thank you for being the last person to
I've
join
been looking
our
at this
Discord.
Cold Forge Master list. Yo,
Yeah.
Listen, dude. We get to run Mortar Pot, the best artifact ever. Fuck Umezawa's Jitte. We don't need to end the game stick. We got Mortar Pot.
Dude, Umezawa's Jitte, I was listening to the Playing with Power podcast the other day, and Jamaican dude was just talking about like how he thinks it's like if he was on Feeding the Fish, he would pick Umezawa's Jitte as his like most underrated card in CDH, and thinks that more decks should be playing it.
I mean, if everyone's playing mid-range, fucking send it. Like, everyone's playing shitty little 1-1s. GTA is disgusting.
Josh
You know
is
what
like
it doesn't
the
do? Stop wins.
That's the only thing it does that do. So in the chat, I can see that Gerard said that he would pick an Underground Sea. Geo Justin said a tropical island, of course, and then Richard happens to actually be in the chat.
In the chat right now.
Just watch the Top 10 podcast. Thank you, Richard, for watching that podcast. If any of you haven't watched it yet, you should check it out. It is probably.
I think it was the most factual podcast we've had.
I think if anyone asks you what are the best decks in CDH, that's what you just show them. You just show them that episode, and there's no question about it.
Straight facts.
All right, so I think we're gonna raffle our first name, right? Sam, do you want to show all the people at home our fancy prizes for today? Here, you
Just
can
for those who
speak
don't
into
know,
it.
Sam is like addicted to giving people shit.
Heck yeah. So Sam's got all the Double Masters packs with him in person. We're actually going to camp outside of the post office tonight to make sure that we ship them first thing in the morning.
I'll take them right away in the morning.
Let me move this mic. All right, so let's raffle off our first name. So I just like Spell Table, we're gonna shuffle all the names 3 times. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll spin the wheel.
Do it.
Wheel of copyright infringement.
I think it clicks.
No.
Oh. Gino. Woo! You hear the audience applause?
Dude, spoilers. I didn't get to see it yet.
Oh, does it not? Oh, because you're watching on the
I got like
stream.
a 3-second delay.
Yeah, so Gino is the first person to win our pack. You want a Sharpie? Are we going to write their names on the
no,
pack?
we'll just. I mean,
Yeah, Armix Crown is a pretty good deck. I think Kevin put it at number 9 as the
Yeah.
Grixis deck.
You can just write it. It's a giveaway, so write it right on the pack so they can't resell it.
I'm sticking to my Anala.
Yeah, no, rip the
best-
shit open and
best
write it on the
Grixis deck.
cards. There's an echo when others talk and it's a bit quiet, so only hear Adam in the left ear. Yeah, Adam, you're, I think Bryce said it earlier where, like, your stream is picking up my audio for whatever reason.
Really? It's probably picking up Kian's audio more than anything because Kian is screaming into the mic right now. So I'm going to turn Kian's volume down to 80, and then we'll see if that reduces the echo. It's because I have the audio set on my speaker because I have Sam with me, which is why we're not headphoning right now. But so Gino won our first pack. So we wrote his name on a pack for Gino, congratulations. You won the first draft pack out of the Discord. And because you already won and because we are, all forgiving, we're going to remove your name now. So Gino's gone from the list. So do we have any other questions that have popped up since? Let's see. Tyler said that he would pick Underground Sea since it was the first dual land you ever bought. That's actually super cool. The first dual land I ever bought was a plateau because it was the cheapest one at the time. What about you, Kevin? What was the first duel you ever got?
So when I bought duels, I was trying to get into like legacy bug stuff. So I think I bought 2 Bayous, an Underground Sea, and a Tropical back to back to back. But like the Bayous were first.
Very cool. And then Kian, what was your first duel?
A lot of Badlands.
Classic. I mean, you start where you love,
Oh man, I turned you down way too much because your audio was almost like unaudible there. Let's try that instead. Okay, I'm gonna grab another chair because this chair is disrupting this. So why don't you guys keep the conversation going while I'm gone?
Yeah, I mean, Joe's Justin talked about Armix Crom. I mean, I don't know if I really want to stick with Armix Crom as my hard pick. I've seen it do a lot of work via Spencer. I mean, really, my answer was just like a Grixis deck. But I'm a mid-range player. I like to see Grixis play mid-range, and I like to have a commander that says, oh, hey, I fucking lose to these 3 cards. Cool, Armix skills. I'm like, I think it's strong,
Armix is pretty strong.
Let's see what else is going on. So, Geo Justin said definitely shared it with my local group. Armix Crom ended up being the list and had to flag. By the way, there's an echo. Yep. Badlands is the only one I don't own. Dude, that's sick. I'm missing 6 dual lands currently. I think I have what? I have a Volk. I have a Plateau. I have a Savannah, and I have a Tundra. I got all the shitty ones first, and then a Volcanic Island. So I can play all the white decks that I want. But I, unfortunately, am still a long ways away from having all 10. Kevin, you actually have all 10 duels, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
you're
I
lucky.
regret buying a Plateau.
Why
Dude,
you? Did you overpay?
I bought all 10 of them for Najila, and I was like, let's go. And then I was listening, I was like, this is weird. They don't have Plateau in there. I'm going to check the other list. And it didn't have it. And I was like, does Kenrith run Plateau? And it fucking didn't. And I'm like, oh, I guess this is just the redheaded stepchild. No one wants it.
What about you, Kian? How many duels are you away from getting all 10?
7. I have all the Grixis duels, and that's it.
That's it. I could have bought an Underground Sea, but instead I splurged and got myself a Gaia's Cradle instead. Even though I've never played a single green deck in CDH, I decided to get a Gaia's Cradle. So, at least I did that.
Big step.
Yeah.
So, Scorish wants to know, cheating being a hot topic the last day or so, how would we approach a certain cheating allegation or suspicion coming up in a game?
Just accuse the guy next to you of putting access on top of your deck.
Yeah, actually, we no. I think so. We've actually, surprisingly, as a group, we've encountered cheating more than I would like to admit. We really hate cheating in our format because all of us really enjoy playing this game, and we kind of find it like it's almost insulting for someone to cheat at the table. When it comes to like webcam tournaments or things like that, when someone is being accused of cheating, we always like to see proof first. We don't like to accuse people of something, especially something as blatant as cheating, because that can really, people will take swift action with that, right? If someone thinks that you're a cheater, you're going to get banned from all the Discords. You're going to, be not allowed to play at certain tournaments. So I usually like to ask for proof before making any type of decision when it comes to a cheater. When it comes to in-person play, that's a whole nother can of worms. And primarily, we don't really handle that a specific way, right? If we think that someone's cheating within our play group or within our LGS, we primarily just don't play with that person anymore because there's, you don't want to play with the cheater, right? But if you think that someone's cheating, it's very hard to accuse them of that in-person play. You can tell your LGS and they can be wary of it and watch and listen for more allegations, but it's really hard to prove something. So normally if I would encounter a cheater in person and I think that they're cheating or I think it's pretty obvious, I would first probably if I see it right then and there, I'd probably call it out. Like, hey dude, you just drew 2 cards and put 1 back. Like that's pretty obvious what you're doing there. Like, can you shuffle your deck again? And if that's a continuous problem, I would just stop playing with that person. I don't know. What do you think, Kian?
I think I would just mention it once, and then they do it again. I'm like, all right, see you later, buddy.
I think there should be a code to prevent it. Can I take the mic?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna take the mic for a minute. I think there should be kind of a code to prevent it, especially if you're on Smell Table or doing it online, streaming, not in person. That everyone should be shuffling in front of the camera. Your deck should not be allowed to leave the camera. You should have to count out 7 cards, stuff like that, just like normal. I feel like that's normal protocol and courtesy, so that like someone's deck goes off.
You didn't follow proto, buddy.
Nobody's gonna be like, oh, gee, I wonder if they're stacking their deck, because we did witness something a little bit like that rather recently, but I think it could be avoided entirely streaming online.
Yeah, most online tournaments do have rulings like that. I know that's like what Chaos does, is like your deck has to be visible at all times. Your hand has to be visible at all times. You know, even though it may be uncomfortable or hard to do, you got to make it work. Otherwise, you're not, we can't trust that you're upholding the integrity of the game. Kevin, what do you think? You've been playing Magic for a long time. Have you encountered cheaters during like your 60 card days, or how did you handle it if someone was cheating at the table with you?
Nah, I mean, if I see it, I'm kind of bad at perceiving that sort of thing anyways, but like, I don't know. I've never really caught anyone in the act other than the kind of recent events. You know, and the thing is, it's so easy to cheat, man. Like, you can accidentally look at the top card of your deck. How when you're shuffling, you can see the bottom card of your deck. It's just like, there's too many ways to cheat that are just unnoticeable, and I personally don't see it. So, I mean, like, I know it's there, but I'm just blind to it.
Yeah, I think that someone brought it up. Well, you brought it up earlier in our Discord today that, like, you know, Magic players, for one, we're very trusting of each other, even though we can be skeptical, right? Like, I think that there's a lot of times, like, you see someone with like Looter's alluding to it in the chat, like, you'll see someone with a gas-ass starting hand, and you're like, you have a really good hand all the time, you know? But unless you actually,
I think Looter, Scooter, I just want to acknowledge her question real quick. That she says, in almost every tournament, someone after round 1 messages me, this person had a suspiciously good-looking opening hand. Can I keep an eye on them? Is this mainly in like webcam play, or do you do it on like
In real
IRL?
life.
Yeah, because I'm assuming this is webcam play.
Yeah,
I mean,
is
the
like
problem with
old-
that is that
old
you're gonna
issue.
high roll every so often, you know. Like, it's just like good shit happens, but
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know, like,
every once in a while you're going to get a good hand, right? But I think what Looter, yeah, so she says this is for webcam tournaments. So like a big one that I think she's a part of is like the Chaos tournament, right? When you're judging a tournament like that, I think people are going to abuse the judge system a little bit and say like, hey, you know, this guy beat me, and it wasn't because they're a good player. It's because their starting hand was just so good, you know, and they don't want to admit to that. So they're going to try to blame cheating on that all the time. So I think that, you know, that kind of harkens back to like, for us personally, we are very reserved with accusing people of being cheaters, unless we have, like you said, Looter, a lot of proof. Like, we've had instances where people have sent us videos and things like that, and they're like, hey, you know, this person looks like that they're cheating, and we really have to analyze them, and sometimes, yeah, it's blatantly obvious, but in a game, you're not paying attention to that. So it's very hard to determine. I think if you, like, if you look at a lot, I wouldn't be surprised if you looked at like a lot of tournament streams, specifically webcam tournament streams, that you would probably see a lot more like stacking and things like that, just because in game people aren't noticing that kind of stuff.
I do.
Plus, I mean, as I said, the best cheating is fucking invisible, you know? Like, marking your cards, like, adding 2 swords to plowshares to your deck. Like, who can check that? Like, who the fuck knows that's gonna happen, you know?
Especially
like,
over webcam.
Yeah, like the best cheating is seriously damn near invisible. Like, if you don't have a person, if you're not physically there to watch them, like, it's hard. And it's just one of those things where you're gonna have to find the bad actors and you weed them out. There's not a whole lot else you can do.
We should not write the names of the winners on the packs anymore in case they don't redeem them after 24 hours, because then we'd have to give it to someone else.
Scratch it out, dude.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Speaking of, yeah, we're gonna spin the wheel. I think we're gonna give away another draft pack to another patron. So we have 5 more to give away. This is going to be number 5 right now. Oh, I hit shuffle. I meant to spin it. All right, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Come on, big rolls. It started spinning for me. Delay.
So it is going to be our friend Timmy T1000. So for those of you guys that don't know, Timmy runs the Budget Brews, CDH Budget Brews YouTube channel. Timmy's a great friend of ours. Really cool to see him get to win a pack. He does a lot for us in the community, does a lot to support us as a channel. So that was really kind of fun. Way to give him one. Here, let's get write it on the back of this proxy polluted Delta that I have that Timmy won that pack.
Timmy, just curious, is your name a reference, like a Terminator reference, or is that just something else?
I don't even know if Timmy's in this chat. Timmy works second shift most nights. So he's always working late all the time. But yeah, that is it's a good question to ask him one day. You can probably ping him. He'll probably respond. But yeah, just start using all these proxies. Those are all my MLC decks that I'm not going to need anymore because I'm booted from the MLC for being bad.
Wait, weren't you back?
I got invited back. Actually, yeah, I guess we can spoil stuff on the stream because it's live, so it don't matter. But yeah, I got invited back to do the MLC next year, which is amazing because we are actually a very, very small YouTube channel in comparison to every other channel on the MLC. I think besides the people that aren't content creators, we have the smallest channel in the entire MLC. So it was really cool to get invited in the first place to be Rebel's replacement. And then they liked me well enough that I got invited back again next year. And because I took last place this year, I get first pick in the draft next year. So that's really exciting. So feel free in the Discord to talk about you can do it now, even in the chat. Speculate what deck you think I should pick as first pick in the draft.
Well, out of what's available?
It's any CDH deck that's on the database, any type of archetype. So think about like blue farm strategies, things like 5-color strategies, Teamer Pirates, stuff like that. That honestly wouldn't be a bad first pick. Just like snag Teamer Pirates, pick one. It'd be a fun meme. But Teamer Pirates didn't make it out of the first round this year. I know that. But yeah, so that's really exciting that I'll get to do that again. Yeah, we can spin another one if you want to spin another one right away.
Then we'll do the collector booster.
I wanted to save that for last.
We'll save for last?
Yeah, because that's like the collector booster is like the big prize. But we
Keeps
can
people
do,
around.
Yeah, it does keep people. Yeah, you have to watch to see who gets a collector booster. But okay, we're gonna shuffle again. We're gonna do another pack. This is pack number 4, and we have 3 left to go after that. This is pack number 3, and we have 3 left to go after that.
Gino and Timmy?
Yeah, Gino and Timmy had 1. So we're gonna spin the wheel another time. The suspense, right? The suspense like kills me. This wheel actually spins for quite a while until you find out who wins.
I mean, we have like 100 and something people on.
Oh my god, this feels really. Yeah. So Josh ended up winning this one from Josh Mind What's So Much. This feels like we gave one to Gino and then 2 YouTubers.
Uh-oh.
This is what happens. I'm sure that Josh Timmy might take his because I know Timmy pretty well. He's gonna take his, but Josh might be like, just give my pack to somebody else. But we'll remove his name so he can't win again.
Episode 12. Jeez, who has the keys?
Rigged. Look at everybody's calling rigged in the chat. Oh man. Here we have to make it seem like it's not rigged. So let's give away another one.
All right, fine. We'll give away an extra one.
Here we go.
Mono white guy wins.
Yeah, Charles, the mono white guy. Watch, it'll happen. I bet you it'll happen. This wheel. Oh man. Okay, let's spin it again. I should just not shuffle the wheel. Maybe that's the solution.
It's random.
No. Okay. Do you see what name was there? Close drop 7. Yes, congratulations. This is someone that we don't know.
Good job, Logan, you lucky motherfucker.
Oh, do you know Logan?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand deliver this back to him.
He lives here. Oh man.
Boy,
Do you see this? Wait,
chat?
do you see this?
I
Do you
get
see?
rigs in the chat.
Look at how close this was. Do you see that the name that was next to his was Charles?
The one you just said.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The one
that,
we just
that's
said?
this. Maybe the wheel is
Shuffle
rigged.
it again.
Here, we'll shuffle one more time. Rigged. Oh my goodness, the professor and Cash's Marsh one. Score is just too funny. All right, we have another question from Richard. This says, what decks would you like to recommend for someone that's still pretty new to CDH, assuming that money isn't an issue because of proxies /online? So we've had this discussion before in the first episode of our podcast. And I think what we kind of agreed upon as a group is that some decks that we recommend to people to get into the format of CDH are two factors, right? The first factor is play what you want to play. So whatever interests you the most, you should play that deck, because you want to play something that's going to keep you motivated and keep you occupied in playing the format. What we recommend to new players, like if you're new to Magic in general and you want to start with CDH, I think we primarily recommend decks like Godo, strategies that are easy to grasp, have ways to interact with the table, but it's reserved, right? So you're going to have things like Tibalt's Trickery, Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast. You're going to have interaction at the table at instant speed, things like removal, like Chaos Warp and things like that, but they're reserved. There's not a lot in the deck. You don't have to overthink too much, and it's a good way to learn the game.
Speaking of not thinking, Looter Scooter's got it right. Why would you play a bad deck when you can play the objective tier 1 deck in the format and the most brainless deck in the format, My Lady in pink?
So you're referring to Najeela.
Yeah. So Looter Scooter said Najeela. And so what I've done is I've actually played a lot of games with people who either are newish to Magic or like good at Commander but not like competitive decks. Every time I'm just like, hey, here's this deck. I hand them my Najeela deck. I tell them, play the lady. You're going to look for this bird. You're going to look for this beat-em-up guy. Like, if that doesn't work, go get the fish. And, like, I give them a quick 5-minute rundown. Every fucking time I've handed my deck off, they get a turn 3 win with backup. It's a stupid deck.
Valid.
Here, I'm going to message Josh quick and let him know that he won a pack and see if he would like to redeem it or like to give it away.
I'm also kind of in the same boat as Adam. Recommend the mono decks, but their playstyle gets very old kind of fast. Like after like 2 months, you're like, okay, I do the same thing every time.
It's also mono decks run a lot of weird niche cards.
They do. So I always recommend like a three color deck, 3 to 4 color deck. Yeah, the learning curve is going to be like pretty steep, I guess you would say, but you can play it for like years or like months or years, and you still like aren't bored of the style play. There's still new lines. There's still stuff you can learn instead of counting to 11.
Honestly, though, just pick something. Like I kind of just picked Frog because I liked the idea of the frog. It was kind of cool sounding, and then it became my favorite deck just because of sheer luck.
It sounded cool.
Yep, it sounded fucking cool, and I was like, I want to play competitive.
The first deck that I started with in CDH was Jessica Ishai. That was like the first deck that I played that was actually CDH, and I have to say that was one of the best decks that I think I could have started off with. It's a fun deck to play. It's relatively low color, right? It's a medium color deck, and I got into it because it had multiple ways to win and ways to win that seemed intriguing, right? Like winning through combat. That seemed really, really fun. And being able to do that out of the command zone was really cool. And it's packed with interaction and stack. It forced me to learn CEDH as fast as possible. And I think that's what made it so good for me. But also, I have ADHD and I like focusing on 100 things at the same time. So that might have been easier to do. Like, that might be easier for me than it is for other people.
If you also have ADHD, I recommend the Frog because, boy howdy, is it not fun.
I do not recommend Gitrog to any new player. Why would you do that?
Come on, dude. No. It only takes hours to learn each of the manual loops you got to do and which ones are determinate and not. I mean, you only need a fucking master's degree in mathematics. Hey, CDH Boomer. I started with Derevi in 2015-16. That was a fucking old deck.
I started with Savala Brostorm.
Yeah, Savala Brostorm was a cool deck. Yeah, say in the chat what decks you guys started off with in CDH. What were your first decks and what got you into the format? Richard?
Obviously, after Adam played against him, Play to Win said it was cool.
That's what got me into it. I watched Dylan from Play to Win playing it all the time, or not Dylan, Cam. I watched Cam play it all the time, and that totally got me entrenched in the format. That was like content creators, if they have positive attitudes and they really love what they're doing, yeah, they're some of the best ways to get into the game.
Usable object played Doomsday Grenzo. Yo,
Deck is fucking
I
hilarious.
saw that list at Richmond. Like, I haven't seen that list in like forever, except one other time before that, and that was years ago. So yeah, kind of a boomer pick, like you said, but I think it can still get there. You know, it's okay.
Here, we're gonna read off the rest of the chats in a second, but let's give away another pack. How does that sound?
Okay.
Real quick question to G8E03. You started with Edric turns. Have you tried the Puppy Dog, Paco, Aldon shit? Because, like, it basically is the same deck. Like, you just go to Bonk Town and play extra turn spells.
If I turn the mic like this, it might
Fennec
reduce
Mill.
the echo because you should turn it away from the audio source. Edric Turns is sick. I like that deck. LJ played it against me in a tournament, and he almost took the entire tournament with it, so that was really cool.
Shocker, draw a lot of cards is good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel again. This spin is gonna prove that this isn't a rigged.
Shuffle it.
It's not a rigged. Yeah, shuffle it 3 times
Close
like you
your
do on
eyes
spell
when you
table.
spin it, bro.
Okay, here I'm gonna click. Like I'm gonna click a random name on the wheel, and then it will spin it. All right, the suspense, right? Who's gonna win? We have 3 packs left. Let's see who wins this. Adama 97.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Adama 97.
It's Adam's alt account.
No, you found me. You
What
found
year
me.
were you born? Right now.
I was born in 99. What I did notice is we have
okay.
2 top dogs in here, so I have to remove one of top dog's names. Maybe this is a rigged thing if we got 2 top dogs in here.
I think we're just dumb.
That could be
You're
that
dumb,
too.
Never.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Avicen.
There, we'll remove one of them. Boom, one of
OG
them's gone.
Avicen.
Okay.
Did Josh
Luda Scooter's a Teamer Pirates main.
Not yet. I've asked.
choice.
I asked Josh and Tim.
Smart.
That's really good. We've been all aboard the
Yeah, dude, fucking
think.
Bird Rocks, I'm all on the hype train.
Yeah,
That deck is
that.
incredible.
Okay, let's see what decks did everybody say? Wow, we missed a lot of chats. Okay, so Cold Ramen said he started with Jessica Ishai. Looter Scooter said Blood Pot. Blood Pot was a sick deck back in the day.
I like
man.
how you're reading these after we discuss it.
Well, I'm not paying attention. So, where did we
Don't
stop
reread
at?
the chats that we already said.
Where did we stop? Where did we stop at?
Phoenix Mill.
Yeah.
Phoenix Mill. Where do you even see that?
Joe Justin says Kinnan was his first deck.
Kinnan is really cool. Kinnan is like a deck that like once someone plays it once, they just love it and they never stop playing it. Geo said Edric Turns. You already talked about that, Kevin. Looter Scooter said, now she's on Teamer Pirates. That deck is so much fun. I told you, Kevin, everybody's on Teamer Pirates now. It's just...
Bro, do you have a 2-minute delay?
Yeah, dude. We were literally talking
Yeah,
about
like we're on the hype train.
You just said
Fucking
you
Bird
stopped
Rocks.
at Phoenix Mill, and right below that is Teamer Pirates. I'm going off of what you said.
No, you're not. Okay, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
my
straight up.
Do you not
I
listen to
seriously
what
think-
we say?
I
No, I'm doing
Like
100 things.
Bravo.
I'm doing 100 things at the same time.
Clicks a wheel, fucking loses his mind.
Can't listen.
Adam, this is why you put
Click
2
the
swords
wheel.
and plowshares in all your decks.
It was one time I put 2.
Oh, it
Dude,
was 2 times, motherfucker.
so-
What was the other one you did
hey,
recently?
so I no, okay, here I'll mention that. So today in the Discord we had to ban someone for cheating in another Discord. So I made that announcement post, right? Then Clark messages me, Jordan, and Jordan's like, "Hey, funny that Poppy has 2 Scalding Tarns in his deck. A phobia had to ban somebody for cheating." I was like, "Okay, I can't help that when I print proxies. Sometimes the stupid proxy printer prints the same copy of the card twice." But
Shit, ads.
sometimes it happens.
Isn't the proxy printer you?
That's a classic Adam move.
It's okay. I use fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, I'm
Destiny
playing
draw
against
to put-
Kevin tonight. Oops, I accidentally put 2 swords in my deck.
Oopsies. I guess Gitrog isn't staying around for very long.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I
Oh,
remember that game.
you know what? Hey, speaking of fun games, can I? I'm gonna explain to the chat this freaking game that we had on Friday, Kevin, because I'm still salty about it today. Okay. So for people that don't know, we play CDH every Friday at one of our local LGSs. We play on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. On Friday, we were playing a for fun game, and Kevin was playing Gitrog. I was playing Tim Armix board control, and was it a 3-man? No, we had 2 other decks at the
Four-man.
table. It was what were the other 2 decks?
One of them was Red
Croxa.
Black.
One was
Yeah, that
Croxa,
one.
and then the other one was some deck that
episodes,
wasn't good enough for us to remember. So we were playing the game, and I'm about to win with Tymna Armix. Like, I'm going off, and I've built Tymna Armix. It's me and Michael's primer list for the DDB. We're super excited about it, and I've been playing a shit ton of it, and I've just been trying to win with Razaketh for the longest time, because every time I win with the deck, I win with Stax and Elishnorn, and it feels dirty, okay? It doesn't feel like a real win. I just want to win with my Razaketh combo. So on Friday, we're playing the game, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going for the Razaketh win. And Kevin's got Gitrog out, and he didn't attempt to win on his turn.
I have a discard outlet attached to it via the crown.
Yeah, and I'm like, finally, this is my opportunity to win with Tymna Armix. I had Adeline out. I had 7 creatures on board. I reanimate a Razaketh, and everybody passes priority. I'm like, yes, finally, I get to win the game. And I did all my tutors. I tutored so perfectly that even if Kevin had a tutor out, I would win on top of his tutor. And I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And this motherfucker discards a land from his hand, and he top decks fucking Dakmor Salvage, and I lose the fucking game at instant speed.
I had 4 lands in hand. It literally dick. I had 4 hands and that was it. I had 5 lands on the board. 4 were tapped. I had 1 open Bayou. I had a creature on board that could sack my lands. I had a discard outlet on Frog. And I was like, okay, and I was sitting there in my head, and Adam was like, fuck you were too confident. You definitely, you knew that was on top. And so what happened was, I was sitting there, and I discarded the card. I drew a Tainted Pact, and I said, cool. With Tainted Pact, and I ran through my head, I was like, I got 10 outs. I got Vamp Tutor, I got Entomb, I got Spirit Guide, Dark Ritual. I was like, okay, with 10 hits in my deck and 8 more draws, I have a really fucking good chance to win this game. I didn't know that Adam was going to win no matter what, so I had 1 out, and it was Dakmor. And I only had about 8 shots in a roughly 60-card deck, because my lands, if you draw a land, you just rediscard it. So he had, let me do the math right now. Let's fucking bada boom, bada bing.
Don't make up a number. You had I had some good percentage chance to win the game.
I'm looking it up right now. I only had about a 13% chance to draw Dakmor out of 9 shots. And I got it on my 3rd one. And I fucking discarded it. So Adam's like, oh, well, whatever. I'll Dark Writ. And I was like, sack a land, get Dakmor back. And he's like, oh, well, I'll do this. And I'm like, sack a land, get Dakmor back. And he's like, oh, well, I've got Necromancy at flash speed. And I'm like, bro, I have fucking 9 goddamn counterspells on board, and I'm discarding my counterspells. You can't win. And he sat
I'm
there
gonna stop. No.
He
I'm gonna do it
seized
again.
up, got mad, and said, you were too confident for that. You knew that was happening. He was fucking
I almost accused him of cheating. I was so salty.
It was fucking, who was it?
Savi.
Savi was sitting across from me, and Savi was just like, nah, dude, I watched him for 3 minutes. He didn't touch shit.
Yeah, Savi was on Yuriko, and Savi was just trying to induce as much salt for me as possible.
Oh, he did it.
Oh, man. All right, let's give away another pack. We're going to shuffle.
The last one of the 6.
Oh, the last one of the draft packs?
Last one of the draft.
I thought it was only done 4.
1, 2.
We did 5.
We've got
Drop 7.
Close Drop 7-1, Timmy 1-1, Gino 1-1, and Adama 1-1.
Josh.
And then Josh 1-1. So we're going to give away another draft pack, and then we're going to give away a bonus pack because we're pretty positive that Josh isn't going to take his.
If he does,
we'll buy one out of pocket. Target's got them for $14 right now at my house.
So many. We ain't buying nothing.
All right. So let's do another spin. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? If it's Charles, I'm respinning.
Yeah, I agree. He can only get 1 fucking pack per spin.
Oh, no way! It's Justin Nezamar. Or Dustin, right? His name is Dustin,
yeah,
with a
Dustin.
D, not with a J.
Yeah.
Dustin is a friend of ours that plays at our local LGS. So that's super
Rick.
cool that he won a Double Masters
Yeah.
pack.
Can
Now
I get
he-
Riggs in the chat?
Riggs in the chat.
No,
Rigs
don't
in
get
the
the rigs
chat,
out of the
boys.
chat. Get
Boys
rigs,
and girls.
no rigs in the chat. No
Riggs
rigs
in the chat.
Oh, man. Looter's already
Get
claiming
the rigs
Josh's
in the
pack.
chat. I'll send you a random card from my collection.
That sounds amazing.
All right, hopefully that can be rigged.
Yeah. No, Dustin's really cool. Dustin's really cool. For some insight on Dustin, Dustin is a local player that we met recently at our LGS tournaments. He plays Rocco, and he plays Michael Levine's version of Rocco. He just fully built the list, I think, last week. He picked up a Gaia's Cradle this week. It's his first Gaia's Cradle. So it's really cool to see Dustin kind of really getting into CDH head first. He had, what deck? He had Kess proxied up. He was playing Winota before and also had Oswald stacks. But he's really enjoying Rocco. By the way, if none of you have checked out Rocco, that list is so good. It's like one of the most fun lists you can play.
Like how Cold Ramen's talking shit and he's in this.
Yeah. Porter, you can't call rigs yet because you still have a good chance to win a collector pack, man.
Yeah, Cold Ramen. Not even on that other list.
No, he's on this list. Everybody's on this list. Yeah. Watch out.
I'm with Tyler, dude. Rocco list is filthy. It's like, what if we took a weird win con in Food Chain and you're like, oh, what if we just combine it with all the Kiki packages? And you're like, oh, we just have a fucking quarter calling in the command zone. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, and you add stacks to all that on top of it, and you're just
which
like,
is disgusting. And it plays these weird one-off cards. It can just tutor. Fucking, I think that deck, if anything, is the Maverick of CDH, if there's gonna be one.
Yeah, it's the Jund. It's the Jund.
Porter's like, oh shoot, I forgot. Pauper EDH Rocco deck? That sounds awesome. I don't actually play Pauper EDH, but I know Timmy and his friends have been trying to get us into it. I'd love to see, I'd love to get into that format more. Pauper EDH, where you have to play an uncommon legendary as your commander, and then all the rest of your deck is commons. Yeah.
I already called dibs on Tatiova, so.
Yeah,
Is
and you have no
Tatiova
shit.
an uncommon?
You're right, because I'm like, no one's going to play this with me.
You know that they did, they recently did a budget CDH tournament where it was like $100 budget, and a freaking Cody deck made it to top 4. I was like, how do you even budget Cody? Like, do you just add Naus with one like red mana open and then you just ritual into a win? Like,
Chromatic Lantern saves your life.
You
All
just
the
play
rituals-
a bazillion fucking lands.
Oh, no, it just,
Yeah, no, Cody's pretty cheap. It's most of the duels, because it's
yeah,
just
but
like cheap
no,
interaction.
not even the duels though. But like, if you're an Adnaz deck, the fast mana I think is the most expensive portion of the deck, is it not? So that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, like when you're playing it in a budget list like that, you must have to like have mana open after your Naus to attempt to ritual off into a win. Because
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
see.
like everyone else is also limited by a budget, so like they're probably not running mana crypts. So
You're playing Cody mid-range, baby.
Cody on turn 3 is probably fine in a slow format.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not even that. I'm talking about post Naus. It was a Cody Turbo Naus deck still. So like post Naus winning, I guess it doesn't matter because you can Naus and then pass and then stack your hand for a win.
Yeah.
Fuck,
So-
it's still pretty good when you're going
Like,
slow.
and just end step Naus. You have to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah, Tyler says literally the only reason why you still have a food chain. Yeah, I have in my fancy binder here, I just got the other day, like a Judge promo food chain. I've never played food chain before, but because Rocco is so good, I was like, I'm not going to get rid of this card because maybe food chain's going to make a resurgence. Or if you listen to Kevin, first ever food chain's a top 10 deck in CD.
Honestly, dude, straight up, I played that deck. It felt good. I don't think it's actually top 10, but like it felt good. It felt very consistent.
I'm sure it feels good. It's a freaking
5-color deck.
5-color deck, yeah. Okay, we're going to give away
one bonus one.
Yep, our last draft pack. So, the suspense is on. We're gonna shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I'm calling it now. If it's Charles or if it's Kai, we're reshuffling.
Okay.
Okay. If it's Charles, Kai, and Spleen. If it's any of those 3, we're reshuffling, and I'll send those guys $15 instead. I don't care. But I want this to go to a active Discord member. So, here we go. The suspense.
I gotta fake my hype before the wheel stops because I don't know who's gonna win.
It does look Gucci.
Okay, so Gadget is the winner. So that is going to
Inspector
be.
Gadget.
He gets the bonus.
Yep, he gets the bonus pack, and that is going to be it for our regular draft booster packs. We did it in a way that we gave out 1 pack for every 25 people. So there was a 1 in 25 chance. Well, there's a 1 in 150 chance that you get a pack, but there was a pack for every 25 people.
Haha, I can do the math
Yeah.
behind that.
That's not the right name.
Your chance of winning a pack is
It's probably less than 1%.
4%.
How much? 4?
4%. It's slightly less than a 1 in 25.
Well, there were 7 of them.
Yeah. And yeah.
Now it's time for the big money pack.
Yep. Porter is correct. Cold ramen. It is time for the big money. So, as you can see, how we've structured this, we have this wheel, and the names on the wheel correspond to the patron tiers of our Patreon. So, our highest tier patron that we currently have is, I have to go back now. What did I do? Oh, if I go forward, does it go back? No.
Adam the Biff Master.
No, I have to reset the wheel. Oh my god. Okay, so our highest tier patron is our friend Geos Justin. So we have to enter his name 5 times.
Ooh!
Everyone gets to see the behind the scenes how we do this live. I think it's spelled
We
like
fuck
this.
up a lot and then we get it out there.
Oh my god! If people could see what goes into recording our podcast, this would be nothing.
Hey, listen, we wouldn't have any views. No.
Just copy paste.
No, this is much faster.
Disagree.
Disagree is actually. All right, so Geos Justin gets 5 names, okay, because he is our highest tier patron. Our next highest tier. Now I have to go to the Patreon to do this. Okay, let's go. Or no, I can just check it.
Just
in the
spin it
Discord.
right now.
Spin it right. Okay. So Geo Justin, we get to see who wins a pack. Let's see what Timmy said. Yes. Okay. Let me go to this is so scuffed. I can't believe I did that. I hit the freaking secondary link on my keyboard. Okay, so Geo Justin is our highest tier. Our next is
Adam turn.
cold ramen.
All right, chat. I got a question for you. Favorite brainstorm art? There's only one right answer.
And it's the one that's literally a brain that's a storm.
So cold ramen is our next highest tier patron. He gets 4 names on the wheel.
Bro, copy paste exists.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Adam doesn't
1, 2,
believe in
3,
shortcuts.
4. Okay,
He said it's easier this way.
it is.
Arcadium asks.
Then our next highest tier patron is
You are
usable
correct.
object. So usable object gets 3 names.
Oh, cold ramen's a smart boy.
The newest art. What?
Always
No,
the newest art.
Arcadium asks. 2 people got it right so far.
Boomer art garbage.
No, it's dude. Listen, true boomer brainstorm art garbage. Ice Age.
Then our next highest tier is Scorish, Aphelion, and Blargarg. So they get 2 names.
This is where Adam is coding in the fucking rigged hacking.
Yep, this is.
Yo, what if someone subs to Patreon right fucking now? Do they get a name on the list?
If you do it
I'll
right,
make
if you
cold ramen
if,
in the next 10
if you subscribe in the next 10 seconds of the Patreon, we will put your name in for this collector booster.
Look
I
at
have
this man.
notifications
He's a
on for
man
Patreon, so
outside, but he's an old art
Aphelion
hater
gets
on the
3,
inside.
and then
I kiss him.
Blargarg gets 2.
I don't see where he's winning in any of
Aphelion
this.
gets 2 because Aphelion is. Yep. See, I almost rigged it there. Blargarg,
Old equals bad.
Blargarg, and
Yeah,
then
it's correct.
Bad. No,
we have
wrong.
2
No.
$1 patrons, and those are Reaver 570 and Trigger Response, so they get 1 name.
What if I bump up to 50, bro? You know, I don't know.
Big
We're gonna give you a
for that
playmat or something.
Japanese-
Yeah, who's gonna bump up? If you
for
bump up to
Jaden.
50, yes, you are guaranteed a
You're
playmat.
pretty good too, but
Gambling.
And then you're definitely gambling for this pack. Okay.
gotta stick with Arcadium asks though. That art is sick though. From the Japanese alt art from Strixhaven.
Let me get on the
I can
Skyfall.
get behind that one,
We've
kind
got
of.
brainstorm arts.
Yeah. So if you were to bump up to 50, Robin, you'd get. First off, I owe you sleeves because Dragon Shield won't make our sleeves for some reason, and then we would get you a playmat next time we see you. And then you'd get 3 more names. Or no, you'd actually. It's not worth it to bump up to 54 because you only get 1 more name. So maybe don't do that.
YOLO gambling.
Yeah.
Okay, can we agree that the Jace art is the worst one for brainstorm? Like, just straight up, it's actually terrible.
Okay, so I am shuffling these names now because as you can see, they're all in a line, which doesn't work out.
This is my brainstorm. I wish I had a playset.
So I just hit shuffle like 100 times, so they're randomly shuffled. So is everybody ready to do the Double Masters Collector's Pack giveaway? We have one valued
May you
at,
get a foil Warriors Oath.
valued at somewhere near $100. Am I getting a call on Discord right now?
Better not be.
I don't know, but you're streaming. It says you're streaming.
I am. I'm gonna answer this call in a second. It's just like showing up on my screen though. That's okay. All right. So is everyone ready? Here we go. We will spin the wheel now.
The friggin' delay is so hilarious. For
I
me.
know, it's like.
Oh my God! Porter! Porter got snubbed.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Fucking terrible.
Porter got
Yikes.
snubbed.
Go.
Oh.
So close, Porter.
Score.
Well,
So
Congrats, Scorish.
Scores, the person who keeps winning all the flavor text chats, has now won
Yeah.
the collector pack of Double Masters 2022. Oh, man. Well, Scorish, congratulations. One more name, I would have had it. I know, Porter. Oh, man. It's okay. We're going to make it up to you. We're going to get you your sleeves. And we're going to have plenty more giveaways in the future. This was just the first one we wanted to do to say thank you all for 150 subscribers and 150 Discord members. I think the next big giveaway we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do it at the 500 subscriber mark. So if we can get there, I think we can get there relatively soon. We're going to do...
That'll be a bigger giveaway.
Oh, yeah. We'll do a much bigger giveaway. We might even do a singles giveaway if possible, because that might be really fun. We're not gonna give you away, Kevin. Not you, Kevin.
The Kevin giveaway. He cooks and cleans.
But I think that's gonna be it for us for today. Just so everyone is aware, we are going to be hosting a tournament very, very soon in partnership with everyone at Chaos. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's something special that we've been
updated.
We'll keep you guys updated, but we've been working with them on this, and this is just a little sneak peek announcement for everybody that's here. Other than that, I have to go stream now with Philip and Josh. So catch me there on Twitch, 1 mana short. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to send these packs out tomorrow. We appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for the support. Sound good, guys?
Thank you.
And for
Yeah.
everyone here, I think
I
we're on
know-
after this. I know we
yeah.
got
Tell everyone they
looking
have
Alright,
4 hours to claim
Yeah, we're
their
gonna be playing some games.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
raffle off.
also we have to mention that we're gonna DM everybody that won, and they have 24 hours to claim their pack. If they don't claim their pack, we're gonna raffle them off again. I don't know if we'll stream it live because it may only be 1 or 2, but we will let everyone know what the results of that are, and we're gonna DM everybody to get their addresses to send these out. Other than that, thank you all for tuning into our stream, and have a good rest of your Sunday.
Bye.
See you guys.